All right, we are live on Instagram and YouTube right now.
Hey.
Yes, sir. You got 60 seconds, people. You got 60 seconds.
Come join in.
Get right. We're doing it different this week, Peyton.
Okay.
I love it.
I
a
like
lot,
that
man.
energy.
Hey, I can't wait to show you what I'm drinking.
You already know.
As Peyton just took a shot. Y'all didn't see it, but Peyton just took a shot.
Oh,
love that.
That was good timing.
Love that.
Is that getting edited out? It doesn't matter. I'm just wondering.
They can't see you right now,
but they can hear us.
They can. That's okay. That's okay.
That's all right. We do it every week.
We definitely do it every week.
Yes, sir.
All right, come on in, guys.
Join us.
If you're on Instagram right now, man, go ahead and tap into the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Tap into the YouTube channel, man. Subscribe. All right, here we go. We coming in. Peyton.
I'm still just jamming out to that music.
Yeah. You like that?
I do. Yeah, it's a good little jam. I love it. Yeah.
All right. Welcome to what used to be the weekend wrap up with the Sportaholics. My name is Russ. For my guy over there in the other box, that handsome young fellow, his name is Peyton. We appreciate everybody for tapping in with us today. We're going to just take some time to get into this show here. We're going to take some time. Let everybody get in, get comfortable, kick your shoes off if you need to. But while y'all do that, Peyton, what's going on, bro? How you doing, man?
Bro, I'm doing good. It was a long weekend for me. I had a wedding to go to in Nashville.
Okay.
It was a lot of fun.
How was that?
Yeah, it was a great time, and great to see lots of family and friends that I hadn't seen in a while. And always good to reunite with those people. So, yeah, just a good weekend overall. And now I'm ready to talk shop with you, man.
Yeah, for sure, man. As you guys can see, I'm going to be bouncing back and forth between camera, computer screen, television. We tried this out for the first time last week where we did some live coverage of games. So we're gonna tap into the Tennessee Titans versus the Miami Dolphins tonight. So stick around for that. That game kicks off at 7:30. So looking forward to that. But as to my weekend, Peyton, my weekend was good, man. I was able to spend some time with the kids. That's always a pleasure, always an honor, you know. Just hung out, did some fun stuff, wrestled around the house with my son. I made a imaginary car with my daughter in a cardboard box, so I pushed her around a little bit around the house. So other than that, man, I can't complain. I sat back. I enjoyed my Saturday. Some great football was played on Saturday, and some great football was played on Sunday. So
even Friday night, by the way.
Oh yeah, how could I forget Friday night, right, Peyton? You know, that was a magical game, and some luck, a bit of luck was involved there on that game. If you guys don't know what he's referring to, he's talking about the Miami Hurricanes versus the Hokies of Virginia Tech. Man, that game, if you didn't catch the ending of that game, I suggest you look it up because it was a wild one. It was a wild one.
It really was. In fact, I was just watching the highlights, and the only part I didn't see was the end of the game.
Yeah.
So I need to go finish doing that, but it was a wild ending for sure.
I don't know how they didn't have the ending of the game in the highlights. That's like one of the biggest parts of the game.
Oh, well, they did. I just didn't get to it. I was busy watching the first 15 minutes.
Got you.
But I will for sure go back and watch. Yeah.
That's definitely a game I would love to go back and rewatch. Now that I know what the outcome is, I can go ahead and watch it just for leisure at this point, man. Because man, I was on edge the whole time. I was gripping onto the seat. I was rubbing my hands on the seat. My hands were sweating, especially on that last play. So I'm just
Yeah.
happy. I'm just happy the Hurricanes were able to come through for us, man. So that was good. But before we move too far into the show, man, uh, Peyton and I were discussing some things, and we decided to go in a new direction for our Monday night live streams. If you didn't know, this is a new addition to our weekly lineup. As some of you guys may know, we go live on Tuesdays, and we have our podcast that airs on Fridays. So we're in a bit of building and rebranding at the same time. So bear with us for this show. Everything is not going to be perfect this show, but we are here and we're going to show up every week and every day that we tell you guys that we're going to show up. So, Peyton, I have a surprise for you, bro.
Oh, for real?
Yes.
Okay.
Can you guess what I'm pouring tonight?
Some type of tequila.
Oh, man. That is a good guess because you know me. Because you know me, that is a great guess.
Yeah.
But no, I went out of my way and I did something very special for you. And this is what I got right here.
Oh, yep. It didn't fail us Wednesday night, or the show aired Friday, but it did not fail us when we aired that show, man. It's a good version of Evan Williams.
Yes. So I went ahead and got the Evan Williams peach. You know, I don't really drink whiskey that much, but by all means, man, it, like you said, it didn't fail us. So I had to go ahead and grab me a bottle, man. So I'm gonna go ahead and crack this thing open.
Well, that's a great surprise, man, because look at what I have here.
Yes, sir. I knew you would be drinking it, so I was like, man, let's why not be on the same page, right?
Hey, I promise we did not plan this. No, like
you didn't plan it, but I did. I did.
Oh,
when
okay.
I bought it, I was like, okay, I gotta save this for Peyton because I know that he's still gonna have a bottle, so I gotta make sure that I get me a bottle of this as well. But I liked it that much, though.
Yeah, that's a great surprise, man, and it's a great drink. It's a great drink.
Hey, for all the viewers out there right now, if you guys know anybody that's a representative of Evan Williams, tell them to holler at your boys, please, and thank you. We appreciate that.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
I got my red Solo cup.
Classic, of course.
Yes, sir.
It's a necessity.
All right, man. So Peyton, we decided to change the name from the Weekend Wrap Up to the Weekend Hangover.
Right.
How do you feel about that name change?
I like it, but at this point, we might as well have the Weekend Hangover on Tuesday because with the way we're drinking tonight, I don't think we're seeing the hangover yet.
We're gonna have a weekend, a Monday hangover on Tuesday for sure.
Yeah.
But just a little bit about the Weekend Hangover, man. It's the ultimate sports show to help you recover from your weekend, packed with games, hot takes, and surprises. Every Monday, we'll break down the most memorable plays, discuss the biggest wins and losses, and dive into bold predictions that went sideways. We're going to bring you the perfect mix of humor, friendly debates, and expert analysis from my boy Peyton right there. I'm just here to have a good time, as is he, though. As
am I. I was about to jump in and say, as am I.
Yeah. Without getting too deep into the stats, man, we don't want it to be too chalky. But whether you're a casual fan or a sports enthusiast, this Monday show feels like chatting with your friends at the sports bar. And with that being said, Peyton, that's exactly what we want the people to feel when they come and watch our shows, man. It's like we're sitting at the bar, having a couple drinks, you know, and talking some sports, man. Nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy.
Right. Unfiltered, unscripted. You don't know where it can go and just having a good time, right?
Yes. So one thing I noticed about the talking heads is they can be wrong, you know, and quite often they are wrong because sports is hard to predict. Like me and you were talking about earlier, like anything can happen once the whistle blows, right? So why not get on here, have a good time, give you guys the best that we have to offer. My expertise as being a former college athlete, and then Peyton is a guy who's a sports enthusiast. He doesn't miss a snap, and he said that many times before. So I'm all for it, Peyton.
Absolutely, man. Why not get after it as much as we can? And like you said, as much as we like to think that we can predict the outcomes of these games and we know what's going on, that's kind of the beauty of sports in and of itself, right? Like,
yes, sir.
who knows what's going to happen, and that's what makes it exciting.
And that's the one thing I like about it, man, is any given Sunday, anybody can win. So yeah, man, by all means, on this Monday episode, we're gonna recap everything that happened over the weekend. College football, NFL, and when basketball season rolls around, we're gonna roll right into that as well. So the one thing I will say, Peyton, is I like the growth element of where we are in our podcast. We haven't really completely figured it out yet. We're still getting our feet wet, but that's the reason why we started it, because we knew that it would be room for growth. So how do you feel so far about the podcast in general? Like, just everything that we have been doing in the past and everything that we are going to be doing in the future. How do you feel about it so far?
I think you hit the nail on the head right there, in that it was best to just jump in, get our feet wet, and see what it's like to go off of each other, banter, talk to each other, communicate. And, when we started this thing back in August, I was thinking we would start closer to the beginning of the football season, but you pushed us and said, "No, man, there's no time to waste. Let's start now." And I love that we took that approach, and I think it's helped us in a lot of ways. And I'm looking to continue to grow in a lot of ways, essentially, and give the people what they want, really.
Yeah, 100%. Before we move forward on that note, man, guys, if you are watching us on Instagram Live right now, please go to YouTube and follow the channel. Subscribe to the channel. It's at the Sportaholics. Like, comment, share, everything, man. We need all the love, all the support that we could possibly get. And we're going to get to it a little bit later in this show when we start talking about our other shows. But we have a lot of content that's coming out where we're going to be leaning on your feedback as well. So like we were just talking about, we are looking to grow. We are looking to have the conversation with you guys. We say that every week. We're looking to have the sports conversation with you guys. Not too chalky, just some light, fun stuff. We want to make it feel like you guys are sitting at home in your living room with a bunch of friends, sitting at the sports bar with your friends, having drinks, and then just enjoying the camaraderie that sports brings within itself. So that's the main reason why me and Peyton teamed up to create this podcast, and I'm loving every minute of it. And I hope you guys, and I know you guys will as well. So please come over to the YouTube channel, get involved in the conversation. You can catch me on IG. You can catch Peyton on IG as well. So yeah, man.
Yeah. Well said. That's what we're looking for. And we're looking for engagement too. We want to hear what you all think. So feel free. Whether it's a sports opinion, whether it's something we can do better, or just something that's on your mind, we're looking to improve as a show. So yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So let's go ahead and move on to our next show, which will be airing on Tuesdays at 7:30, which will also be a live stream. So if you're watching this live stream, we'll be back at it tomorrow. Like I said before, we only had one live stream show a week. Now we're moving it up to two, which was called the Weekend Recap, the Weekend Wrap Up. But now we changed it to the Last Call. All right. Everything about our brand is going to be pretty much bar affiliated. So everything that we have, including our segments in the show, we're going to have those things, themed as a sports bar. So I'm looking forward to that. And I'm also looking forward to tomorrow's show, the Last Call. Peyton, what do you think about the new name for the Tuesday show?
Very nifty, very creative. I love it.
Yes, sir.
I think it's going to work. I think it's got a ring to it. And it is the last call. We got to wrap up the weekend, talk about what we saw, and have some fun. Yes,
sir. So a little bit about the Last Call. It's it's basically like closing time before you leave a club or before you leave the game or whatever the case may be. They always have last call for alcohol, but this right here is last call for your weekend on sports. Every Tuesday, we wrap up all the action from the NFL, NBA, college sports, offering one last round of sports talk before moving on to the week ahead. Expect bold predictions, fun debates, and our shots fired segment, which we'll get to here in a second, where we make big, wild claims for the upcoming games. It's the sports show that feels like hanging out at your favorite bar, like I said before, and it makes a perfect way to ease into your sports week. Plus, we'll highlight some players who stood out with our MVP on tap segment. All right. So, yeah, Peyton, just to let the people know some of the segments that we have lined up for our Tuesday show. And I'm going to double back and go through the segments for the Monday show. But what they can expect tomorrow, right? We have our drunk dial hotline where we're leaning on you guys to either write us on X, send us DMs on Instagram. We're looking to join or create a Facebook group so you guys can continue the conversation there. And you can also add it in the comments on YouTube, everything that you're thinking about, right? So you can write whatever your hottest takes are from over the weekend, right or wrong. We'll break it down. So we're looking for you guys to engage on that. What do you think that the people can get a little crazy when it comes to their takes on sports on social media, Peyton?
Absolutely. I see it every day, man. They can get real crazy in a hurry.
Yeah, 100%, man, for
Yeah.
sure. So the next segment after Drunk Dial Hotline, we have Shots Fired, like I mentioned before. This is where we have bold, risky, and controversial predictions for the upcoming games. We'll be right or we'll be embarrassingly wrong, which more often than not we're probably wrong.
Makes it fun.
Only time will tell. Only time will tell. We've had some correct predictions. We've also had some pretty bad predictions as well. All
that
right.
Ends in an egg being on someone's head, right?
Like that part. Not only that, but also if you go back to our playoff bracket for the NFL, we're not really on a hot start right now. So
I need to look into that though, Russ. I think you're discrediting us a little bit. We probably have some good picks in there.
Okay. We gotta go back and check that out.
Yeah,
we gotta go back and check that out for sure. All right. After Shots Fired, man, we'll roll into MVP on tap. All right. This is where we spotlight players who had standout performances during the weekend. So we'll cover the Monday night game all the way from Friday to Monday night. Peyton, I hate to put you on the spot right here, but anybody that you saw that would be considered an MVP over the weekend?
I would have to go with Lamar Jackson.
Oh, man, that wouldn't be hard. Okay, so if you're going with Lamar Jackson, I don't think Derrick Henry is too far behind Lamar Jackson as well. We're not gonna break down the performances right now, but
yeah,
I mean, he did bust the gate open with the first touch, almost 90-yard run for a touchdown. So
both of them just put on a show. That's pretty much what it is, right? Like they put on a great display for all of us to watch, and they dominated.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And here's the crazy part. And we were just talking about how we have some bad picks and some hot takes and some cold takes, whatever the case may be. But it seems like the Ravens, you told me earlier, it seems like the Ravens been listening to our podcast, man. They done got Derrick Henry running.
Oh,
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
That's what I've been waiting on.
Yeah. Hey, you have a bit of a coaching background. Good.
I do.
Let them hear your thoughts, man.
Hey, listen, I say with the way that the Ravens offense is set up, there's no reason why they shouldn't be giving Derrick Henry the ball. Like, they have weapons all across the board from tight end, wide receiver. They're too deep in the backfield. Their quarterback is a heck of an athlete. So, man, the first things first, man. Old school football, you got to start with the run game, and then that's going to open everything up, especially when you got a guy sitting 6'3", 6'4" in the backfield, 250 something pounds, hard to tackle. Nobody wants to stand in front of a bus, man. Nobody wants to stand in front of a bus. So
I think you basically just hit it on the head. I think once he gets a head of steam, he turns into one of the best players in the league. Though if you're going to bottle him up, do it early, because once he finds a hole and hits it, it's hard to bring him down.
I hate to get nerdy, but I did see this stat earlier today. That man almost hit 22 miles per hour on that first run of the game.
And how much does he weigh?
Almost 260.
Gee.
Listen, he would be considered speeding through a school zone.
There you go.
That's crazy. That is crazy. If he was to run through a school zone, he probably would get pulled over.
Shoot, man. Great train.
That is crazy, man. All right. Yeah. But after our MVP on tap segment, we have what we call penalty shots. Speaking of penalty shots, hold on one second.
Oh, yes, sir.
All right.
No, you didn't need to do that. You know it tastes good.
All right. The players and coaches who made the biggest mistakes and deserve a timeout for their performance. That's what we're going to be talking about to wrap up our Tuesday segment.
Okay.
Who was wrong? Who was wrong?
Right. What say you? I'll put you on the spot. You just put me on the spot. If you had to pick a team or a player that you need to put in a penalty shot situation, who are you throwing in there?
Well, since I'm on the spot and I didn't have time to prepare for this, I'm gonna stay with the game that we had, and I'm gonna go with Joe Brady because he didn't draw it up.
Oh,
and he need to sit down and go rethink everything that he thought was going to work against the Ravens, because maybe they'll come back across the Ravens again at some point in this season. Maybe not. We don't know. But if they keep playing like that, they won't see him again.
Ooh, okay.
Right there.
I hear you. Yeah, that's a good call out.
I'm going to say that right there. But that's your guy. No shots to your guy. He's a heck of a play caller. But last night it didn't work. So take a timeout and rethink the situation.
Yeah.
All right. So that's that, man. That is the last call. And as we wrap up what we're going to be talking about on the last call, they are lined up for kickoff here at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami as the Dolphins take on the Tennessee Titans.
Yeah.
Peyton, real quick.
Yeah.
Who you got?
I'm going with the Dolphins. I expect a desperate effort. And like I said in the Coach 'em Up segment in our last episode, I expect the defense of the Dolphins to really put the team on their back and really play a desperate brand of football, like I said. And they're at home. Their backs are against the wall. I just see it. What say you?
It's hard for me to go against the Dolphins, but especially in this game right here, the Tennessee Titans have been struggling. They haven't won a game yet. They're 0-3, and I expect that to continue here.
Yeah.
Excuse me, Peyton. I'm sorry. It's the peach whiskey.
Yeah.
But yeah, Tennessee has the ball right now. They are at their 28-yard line. So, and they just got a penalty. And they're moving them back 5 yards for false start. So I'm looking forward to this game. And hopefully Huntley, the practice squad quarterback from Baltimore, hopefully he could come out and have a good display. Anybody who sits behind or is around Lamar Jackson, I'm expecting big things from them. So
no doubt.
We'll see what happens this game. I just need the defense to tighten up. And for Miami, I just need them to tighten up, man.
Yeah, by the way, man, I know we had an episode earlier on this season where I called out Lamar Jackson in a way. I said that he wasn't yet an elite quarterback, even though he has his 2 MVPs. He's been really dominant in the regular season. But, man, what I saw from him last night, I got to give it to him. Like, I still want to see it in a big playoff game, but in terms of the way he's playing right now, there's not much to harp on there. I mean, he's balling.
Oh, for sure, man. I think we've seen Lamar Jackson do marvelous things over and over again. But even with that being said, he still doesn't fail to surprise me or shock me in some of the things that he does with his body, right? This is a quarterback who's super fast, super quick, and he doesn't take big shots. Like, he doesn't get hit too often. He doesn't, as risky as it may seem when he's running the ball, he's smart enough to know when to get down, when to get out of bounds, so on and so forth. So his IQ as a quarterback in the NFL right now is just mind-blowing. Like, there was this one play where he did a quarterback draw and the hole closed so fast, but he went from full speed to jumping backwards to hitting another hole where I was just like, bro, like, I don't understand how you do this. I really don't get it.
Yeah.
I really don't get it. So Miami's not looking too good right now, Peyton. They just got a personal foul for roughing the passer, so it's gonna be a first down. It was 3rd and 7 for the Tennessee Titans. Yeah, that was definitely roughing the passer. One high, one low, right there on that play. For the Dolphins. Yeah, it's not that was not a good. That was a good call by the referees. They didn't make it hard for them at all. So 1st and 10 for the Tennessee Titans. They are on their 45-yard line.
I think I'm a little ahead of you, so I might do some foreshadowing for you.
Okay,
you're gonna be pretty happy with this next play.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Tackle for loss. Yes, sir.
Yep.
All right.
That's what I want to see from this defense, man. First of all, football 101, stop the run. And then second of all, they've got those special players in the secondary. Make some plays on the ball at some point in this game.
So I will say this about the Dolphins, though. Like, with tragedy hanging over their heads, right, after losing their quarterback and not really knowing where to go after last week's game against the Buffalo Bills. The Bills they're a good team, right? But this is a game where you can build that confidence back up. You can make a name for yourself, and you can go into the next week. If you get a good win here, if you get a great performance by the offense, this is a game where it's a feel-good game, if that makes sense.
Sure.
So I think this is where the Dolphins have to come into their own, moving into the future of the organization as we know it for this season. So right here, right now is where everybody on the team needs to tighten up and get comfortable in what they're trying to do as a team.
Absolutely. Where are you at, man? I just saw the 2nd down play.
All right, so I'm slightly behind you. I am slightly behind you.
That was a tough one. I don't know if you've seen it yet.
Yep, but you know what's crazy about this, Peyton? I'm not mad at that at all, and you know exactly why.
True.
You know exactly why I'm not mad at that, so I'll take it.
In short, DeAndre Hopkins over.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
exactly. So I don't want a loss here, but everybody can ball out as long as they're not, as long as we don't lose, I'm okay.
Yeah, there you go.
It's crazy. I think we need to do an episode on this, the balance between fandom, fantasy, and gambling. Like, how do you balance all of that? Like, that is you're asking to create stress. You're asking that, oh man, that was a tush push-ish.
Yeah.
Tush push-ish.
By the way, Russ, oftentimes those 3 things intersect, which can cause more stress. So that's a great point by you.
Man, I think you need to kind of lean on one side more than the other. I think fandom is the lesser of, but when you're gambling and fantasy, especially if you're in a fantasy league where there's money involved or prizes involved, so on and so forth, it's a bit more stressful. But you kind of have to, if it would probably be wise of anybody to bet on the people who on their fantasy team to cause less stress.
Yeah.
Sure. You know, so Yeah, but I think we need to touch on that, and I think we need to bring somebody else in order to talk on that. And somebody who gambles, somebody who plays fantasy, somebody who's super fan of a team. Like we got to find somebody who fits that criteria to bring them in and talk about some of those things.
Oh, absolutely, man. Hey, I don't know how far behind you are, but have you seen the next play?
Second and 9. Second and 9.
And pour one up.
I don't know, Peyton. Did they call it an interception?
I believe so. I don't know. Well, we're gonna find out.
I don't know if they called it an interception. It looked like it hit the ground.
Here we go with the replay. I believe he caught it between his legs, bro.
Wow. That's exactly what we're talking about, man. Let's go, man.
Making plays on the defensive side of the ball.
That's exactly what we need. And you called this, you dialed it up, Peyton. You were saying that if they don't score points, at least they have to turn the ball over for the Miami Dolphins defense. Like, there's time for them to step up. That's exactly why we pay everybody. We got some of the heaviest hitters on in the NFL right now for the Miami Dolphins. So it's time for them to step up.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely a catch, bro.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, man.
What a heads-up play.
Yeah.
By Agba. Man.
So I think he was lined up on the edge and he just dropped back. Maybe Will Levis never even saw him, man.
Wow. That's crazy. All right, so while I'm on commercial break here.
Okay.
And I just want to touch on our Monday show. We're not doing it tonight. We're kind of just hanging out right now. But I did want to touch on some of the segments that the people can expect going into next week, right? So for our Monday show, we have weekend wagers. This is where we look at bets and predictions from the past weekend, who won big, if we won big, and who took losses.
Hey,
I did.
Now, let me just say something real quick. The past few weeks I had been on a roll. This past week, not so much. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, I've been burnt twice by the same person, Peyton. And that's Dalton Kincaid.
Oh, yeah.
While the Bills didn't have a great showing last night, Dalton Kincaid found a way to make it over my under. And I don't appreciate that.
Yeah, I hear you.
Dalton, I need you to tighten up. But guess what? I won't bite that bullet again. I don't care. He can hurt me, but I won't be going to under because he's been balling lights out.
I was going to say, if you have a player prop on Dalton Kincaid again, I'd put my money on that you'd put the over for his stat line. So
for sure, because you fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times,
come on.
There's no 3 times. All right, you won't get me 3 times. All right, but after we talk about the wagers, we're gonna have some trivia. All right, so guys, this is a time for you to also get engaged with us on Mondays, where we're gonna have some trivia questions. And by all means, if you want, you can also submit your trivia questions, and we'll answer them to the best of our abilities. All right, if you want to do it live, you can do it live. If you want to do it, beforehand, by all means, we're open for all the challenges.
Oh yeah, and we promise we won't cheat.
No cheating involved. No cheating involved.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna hold Peyton to that, by the way.
In that case, we might cheat.
All right. After we get to the trivia, we're gonna do some cold takes. We're gonna revisit some of our worst predictions over the weekend. And some that didn't age well. And okay, I'm sorry. I started watching the game.
The fandom's coming out.
Yeah. So here's one of my cold takes from over the weekend. I said Aaron Rodgers was gonna have a big game, and this would be an opportunity for him to have a big game against the Denver Broncos. And everything went south of what I was saying.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers really didn't come through for the kid, but that's okay.
I didn't get to see too much of that game, but to only score 9 points against the Broncos at home, that's tough. I'm going to have to go back and watch the highlights, or the lowlights, to really see what happened there.
Right, the lights, just the lights. It was a very mid game, man. I'm not gonna lie. 10-9 for the final score is very, very preseason-esque.
Yeah, no doubt.
So but with that being said, Aaron Rodgers came out himself and said it. He was like, the weather sucked, but so did my passes. I thought that was hilarious. He was very witty on that, and big ups to him for, having the humility within himself to say, look, I suck today. I got to do better in the future. And that's exactly who Aaron Rodgers is anyway. So, yeah, that's that.
Fair, man. Yeah.
Moving along, we're going to do cheers and jeers. This is a segment where some of you guys have probably already heard of this situation before. We're going to be celebrating, or we're going to be booing the teams and the players who surprised or disappointed during the weekend. So yeah.
It's a good segment.
I don't really want to get into all of that right now because there were plenty of teams. All right, I'll give one cheers out to the Minnesota Vikings. Right.
Ooh.
Cheers to the Minnesota Vikings. If I had to give one jeer out, it would be hard because I have several jeers that I want to give out. Yeah, so let's go ahead and give several jeers out, right? I got the New York Jets for sure. I got the Buffalo Bills. I don't care if you lost, but come on, man. You killed the Miami Dolphins the week before, and then you come back and you show up like that. They are a Jekyll and Hyde.
What about the Philadelphia Eagles, man?
The Philadelphia Eagles?
Yeah, we're jeering on them.
Oh, yeah.
That was a tough performance for them.
I don't know what's up with the Eagles. I didn't really have a opportunity to check any of that game out. But
I didn't.
But Baker Mayfield, man.
I didn't get to check too much of that game out either. I was watching a few other games, but as you know, I listened to ESPN football analyst Dan Orlovsky a good bit, and he had a little 1-minute rant talking about the Eagles and their performance on Sunday. And he basically said there was nothing positive to draw from that game for the Eagles. In so many areas, they were just out of whack, out of place, unfocused, undisciplined. So I'll have to go back and watch bits and pieces of that to see what he's talking about. But that would be a jeer for me.
But that's also one of the things that happens when, you start losing players left and right. They're also injury riddled as well over there. I mean, you got players stepping up who didn't think they would need to step up in the season. And that's really why the saying goes, you stay ready so you don't have to get ready. I mean, these players really need to figure it out. And before we move on, speaking of injuries, we lost another star-studded athlete this weekend in Rashid Rice. He's also down, and I hadn't seen any news about his injury come out today. But man, it sucks to see Rashid Rice go down. But so many stars have been injured this season, man, and it really sucks. It really sucks.
Yeah, it's been rough to watch and hear about, really, because you're scrolling on X and all of a sudden another player's injured. Get everyone in the league hopefully gets healthy and gets rested up, and
yeah, man.
Yeah, stay well.
Where you at right now on the game? I just saw Tariq drop the ball from a pass out of the backfield. I'm thinking that this review might get the overturn on the field, because this looks like a backward pass to me from my view. But if it's down the line, then it's considered a forward pass. But if it has to be legit behind, a backwards pass.
I think if it's completely lateral, then I think it's actually considered a
backward
fumble.
pass. Oh, okay.
Yeah, a backward pass or a fumble. So let's see here. Oh man, they gave it to the Titans. Yeah.
Oh wow. Yep. He's making that call right now. Yep. So I think I caught up with you a little bit there.
Okay.
Wow.
Man, we should have taken the under on this game.
two turnovers in back-to-back drives for the Dolphins and the Titans. Oh, that was a backwards pass for sure. I didn't get a chance to see it. I just saw Tyreek Hill drop the ball, but yeah, backwards pass for sure. And for such a sure-handed guy,
pretty surprising.
Yeah, very surprising. But it's a different ball coming from a different quarterback. They did have a week to prepare for this game, so he should be used to his passes, but it's totally understandable. The velocity and the speed in which the ball is coming out is different. So it's a filling out process, but hopefully they can pick it up. But I'm not disappointed in what I'm seeing right now from the Dolphins given the situation. So
sure.
That's my fandom. That's my fandom.
I don't think so. I see something similar on the screen.
Yeah.
I see a team that believes, that's fighting, and that wants to win tonight. So we'll see what happens. Who knows what's going to happen? But I like the effort so far.
All right, we're sitting at about 8 minutes and 20 seconds left in the first quarter here. It's 2nd and 9 for the Tennessee Titans after the turnover. Dolphins just got a tackle by Jalen Ramsey. Tennessee sitting at their 37, somewhere around there.
Yeah, close to it's in between the 35 or the 40, I believe.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what do you make of Will Levis, man?
I think I wasn't huge on Will Levis in college. So it would be hard for me to say. I think that he's out there still trying to find his way, and it's always hard for rookie quarterbacks to make their own.
Now he is in his second year.
Second year, right.
He didn't get he got some playing time last year, so he's still a young guy. To your point,
right? He sat behind Ryan Tannehill last year.
Yeah, until the end of the year.
While I was saying rookie quarterback, I was like, wait, he definitely been in the league for about 2 years. He came out the year before, so okay, that makes sense. But I mean, he's been in this system. I don't know why Tennessee is struggling so much. I'm looking at Ridley right there. They got DeAndre Hopkins. The run game might be struggling a little bit, but
yeah.
Way to stretch out and get the first down, by the way.
Will Levis has made some reckless plays that has cost his teams 1, maybe 2 games so far. So that's something that he needs to work on, trying to take the reckless out of his game and just play more clean, more efficiently.
Yeah.
Because I don't think he has the tools and traits of like a tier 1 quarterback, but the guy can definitely sling it to some degree. So
what did I miss? Did he step out? Like what happened there? Because
I think they're measuring the spot, because from what I saw, it was 3rd and 3 and he scrambled and rolled right and then dove for the first down along the sideline. So I believe they're measuring the spot for the potential first down.
Yeah, I thought he was like when he stretched the ball out, I mean, the ball was still in bounds. Maybe I don't know, but that was weird. I thought they would have gave that to him, but they marked him short, and the Dolphins have the ball here. So we're on a commercial break now. But it's an interesting game so far. Hopefully we can find a way to score on this last touchdown. Peyton, before we wrap up the show, do you want to take this game all the way into the end of the first quarter, or what?
I'd say we could wrap it up a little beforehand. We'll see the result of this review. I think they're reviewing the play.
Okay.
Maybe one more drive, and then we can wrap it up.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Well, while we're on commercial break, let's go ahead and talk about the Friday show, Friday podcast. All right. So the Friday podcast really didn't have a title. It was really just the Sportaholics. But we finally figured out a name for it, and we are now going to call it the Full Pour with the Sportaholics. All right. So you can catch that every Friday at 7:30 on our YouTube channel. And yeah, so just a little bit about that. this is where we want you guys to pour yourself a drink. The weekend is here. We want you to sit back, relax, have one with us, and settle in for our show. This is the sports podcast that gives you the perfect mix of entertainment, analysis for the weekend ahead. Every Friday, we dive into the biggest games, spotlighting our drink of choice, making the predictions for who's under the most pressure, and with segments like Would You Rather, Pick and Play, and Coach 'em Up, we ensure that you're fully prepared for the weekend action, all while keeping the vibe fun, lighthearted, and so on. Whether you're here for football, basketball, or just for laughs, this is the go-to podcast, especially for our casual sports fans. Just like us, we may be a little hard-nosed, but by all means, we're no experts. We just heard that's a Kanye reference, but never mind.
Of course, it went over my head.
But yeah, like mentioned before, okay, so the Dolphins have the ball here. We're back. And I hate to switch gears so quickly. But they picked
I'm
up.
seeing a 3rd and 6.
Oh, okay. Why didn't you say something, Peyton? I was reading.
Yes, I didn't want to interrupt. Okay, here we go. Oh, that was tough.
How am I so far behind you?
Tough sack off the edge by Harold Landry. It looked like he came in free, came in unblocked.
In typical Dolphins fashion.
Yeah, we're going to see the replay right here. Maybe the right tackle just slipped. Oh, no, he passed it off. He thought the running back had the defensive end, and the running back went out for a route. That was tough.
Wow.
Yeah.
Things like that can't happen because the tackle and the running back are experienced, and they should definitely know whoever's fault. I don't think that was on the quarterback. But I still haven't seen that play, which is crazy. I'm way behind you. I caught up with you. Now I'm way behind you, Peyton.
Oh, are you seeing the 3rd and 6 now?
Yeah, I'm seeing the 3rd and 6 right now.
I want to see what you think of this because it looked like, yeah, I think it's as simple as the right tackle thought the back had responsibility for the end.
Right.
And the running back went out on a route. So a little bit of a miscommunication.
Definitely came in unblocked. I don't think the tackle, did he look his way? Hold on. He didn't even look his way. Yeah. He didn't even look his way. And the running back just ran right past him. So,
yeah.
What do you expect when somebody's unblocked? It's a game of field position right now, by the way.
Absolutely.
Dolphins punting out their end zone, and Tennessee looking like they're going to start their drive around the 45-yard line. So this is while both teams haven't been getting much movement on the offensive side of the ball, the Tennessee Titans have been inching up the field based on defensive play. So,
right.
And it's crazy tackle from to the quarterback there. He got twisted up. Good thing he's okay and he can live to play another down. But geez, Miami does not need another quarterback to go down.
Yeah, for real. No, but I just wanted to say thanks everybody for tuning in. Thanks for being a part of the conversation. Thanks for listening to us talk shop. And like Russ has been saying, we look forward to putting even more content out there on a more regular basis. And we really like these type of episodes where we're kicking our feet up, hanging out. And tonight's show was a little different because we were previewing what's to come. It wasn't much of a breakdown. You can check out our show tomorrow for a little bit more of a breakdown on what happened over the weekend, maybe a little bit of looking forward to next week. But yeah, again, thank all of you guys for coming out, showing support, showing love. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, man. And everything Peyton just said, I second those motions, and I'm really thankful for where we are right now and everything that we're going to have going on in the future, Peyton. I'm really appreciative of you by all means, bro. So let's keep it going. And without you guys who are watching us right now, we will be nothing. So continue to show your love, show your support. This show is about to get really interactive. So please, by all means, join the conversation. If you're not already, please follow us on Instagram That's at the Sportaholics on Instagram, at the Sportaholics on X, and also on YouTube. Please subscribe, like, comment, share our product. We are just a casual group of guys who want to talk sports with you guys, and we want to make it feel like we are in your living room. Nothing too chalky. So every week you can catch us on Monday, Tuesday, and Friday at 7:30, as well as on Instagram with our shorts and everything like that. So Peyton, that's it, man.
Loved it, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for previewing everything that's to come for us.
Yes, sir.
And it's been fun reacting to this game. We'll see what happens. And tonight I am rooting for the Finns. I'm pulling for Russ's team right now,
Let's go.
Yes, sir.
So next week we'll be in person. All right, man. We gotta do this. We're gonna be in person together next week.
Right.
And I can't wait to set the studio up. I'm looking forward to that by all means. Like I got the lights and everything like that. So I can't wait to bring it to the studio and set it up and see how good it looks, man. I'm looking forward to Friday and Monday of next week. So let's go, man.
100%. Me too, bro.
All right. For myself, Russ, my boy Peyton over there, man, we are the Sportaholics. Thank you guys for tuning in to us. Until next time, we out of here.
Peace.